NASA is thinking right now if we should travel to Mars. And so we had a debate on whether we should make a community on Mars, and then we kind of made a community on Mars from Minecraft.
I had heard about a lot of math classes and science classes using Minecraft as a learning tool, and I wanted to jump on that bandwagon, so I was trying to figure out a way that was natural in our course curriculum. So I just did a bunch of research, and it was actually a really natural connection to the 5th grade math curriculum, because the main geometry topic is calculating volume based on blocks, which is what Minecraft is made out of. And I knew our kids were really, really engaged in Minecraft, and they would really get excited about the learning.
In science class, the main objective was for them to actually apply all the knowledge that we learned in science through our Mars unit. We were learning about going to Mars and the science behind space travel, and learning about why there are different companies that are joining the race to go to Mars. So I said, well, let's try it and see what happens. When a class is having math, there's another class having science, and then they switch. So we actually put those 2 class periods together and had 2 classes actually collaborating and mixed, working together. And we used that time not only for the Minecraft project, but other projects throughout the year.
We gave them short chunks of time to work, so that way they could really focus on meeting the tasks at hand. We also gave them, after they finished building, a little time to go rogue and play, which they enjoyed as well.
We had one of the specialists who works on the ground systems development team at NASA actually visit Shorecrest and had a talk with the students about what type of science is being used, the mission to Mars, what is NASA actually doing, who are all the companies that are involved.
We got to hear from Chad Brown. He is from NASA, and he got to tell us about how we're gonna try to get to Mars and stuff.
I'm gonna give you a couple of reasons why you should explore Mars. First off, medical advancement.
Well, we knew what to build on Mars because we researched about Mars, and we figured out the best stuff that we should use on Mars, depending on what its environment is, so that we can have the different pods do different things.
Some people had farming, some people had air quality, some people had food, some people had housing, some people had communication, etc.
And every group would get a pod and 2 choice pods to work on. And if, for example, we did food production, the actual pod was food production. We had storage, a garden, which one person would do, and the storage one person would do, and the animal pod one person would do.
I think it was really important that we spent a lot of time not in Minecraft, which initially was disappointing for the kids.
We got our groups and we had to plan on these grid sheets, how long are you going to do it, how wide are you going to do it.
So this is the map of what our Mars would look like with all the pods. We put pods close together if they needed to be next to each other. For water would be next to the food production pod, so then they could water the plants to get the food.
So the more important things would go in the center, and then the things that didn't, that every pod didn't need would kind of go on the end. We rearranged it a lot, and then this is what we settled on at the end.
We also did our 3D planning, where we planned how high it was going to be, and then we went in Minecraft and actually built it, and it was pretty fun.
These are interior pictures of the pods, so you can see the interior view, the back view, the side view, and the aerial view. And then we had a paragraph on the things that we used to build it, and we showed the volume of it as well.
We practiced mostly on how to calculate volume, area, and perimeter of our buildings.
We figured out what is Mars's environment, and how can we build a structure that would be stable in Mars, and if we can take some stuff from Mars, because Mars is very barren and what we can actually like use and how we get that and how we get those objects and how to kind of make a community so that everyone relies on each other and so that it all works out.
So at first I didn't really know how to work Minecraft. I knew like what it was, but I didn't know how to use any of the controls or build anything. But when we started the project, both of my partners, they helped me learn about it and like helped me with the controls while they were doing their own pods.
It was kind of daunting to start a project where we hadn't actually worked in the program before. It was also kind of difficult to imagine what it would look like when we hadn't really done it before.
Another big challenge that we ended up having was the scaling of the project, because mathematically I had the kids note that one block was going to be equal to 1 meter square or cubed with height. In Minecraft, with the scale of the people, it should be about 1 foot cubed. So we wanted to use metric because that's what scientists use and that's what we should be using. But we definitely need to change that scale because the kids realized that, oh my gosh, I can't even fit in my building. We had some seriously fast finishers. So we had to spend a little bit of time to ask them to go out of their comfort zones. Some of them said, well, I'm just building a rectangular building. And I said, well, see what you can find online to build something that's going to challenge you a little bit more with finding the volume of it and making something a little bit more creative. And they felt very validated by that. They were thrilled to see a real world application. They were eager to work on it the whole time and to see the math through. Technology is always super engaging for the kids. There was also a huge collaborative piece. They often were whining at us about, why do we only get to use one computer? But it made them communicate with each other and really see what other people needed and share with everyone. So I think that was a huge benefit.
Just the conversations that they had, learning how to negotiate, oh, well, my building should go here and it should be next to, this particular building because then we can connect the electricity. They got to actually learn how to negotiate and talk about, what's more important than something else and learning how to kind of let go of maybe what they want and think about what's for the good of the actual Mars colony. I felt that was a huge experience for them. They don't always get to do that when they're working on other projects.
We would definitely do this project again. We're planning on doing it next year as a cross-curricular project with the whole grade level. And even while we were doing our 2D planning, the kids jumped in with their geography skills of latitude and longitude in order to figure out which direction they were going to go to build their project. So they already immediately found a quick geography connection, but then we're planning on expanding it with English to work on the writing as well as creating a civilization in geography.
It was an amazing progression. It was really cool to see all of it come together. From the beginning, where we didn't know what was going on, like we were freaking out until we were all finished, and it was like all nice and neat, and everything was perfect.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Fantabulous.